As far as I know, there's no community in the United States that's ever declared its intention as creating future philanthropists. It's something remaining to be done. You could do it. It would take a lot of effort and a lot of coordinated activity, but it's such an important notion. How do we grow philanthropists? You know, usually we ask the question differently. How do we find philanthropists? Well, that's a daylight and a dollar short. It's too far downstream. It's important, but there's a more important question. How do we grow them? And the answer is very simple. We give our children an opportunity to be philanthropists. Because at an early age, a child is plastic enough, moldable enough, that if they engage in generous activities, it imprints the brain. It leaves an indelible trace. It becomes incorporated as part of the way they're in the world. Now, we don't usually think of young philanthropists. And by young, I mean children, but we should. And furthermore, you have the opportunity to do that. And that means we have donors that have generously given some funds. We have schools and churches and other people interested in helping us. We have allies. All we have to do is coordinate our effort. And that makes it possible now to have children experience the thrill and the joy of giving. It's such an important way to teach a moral lesson. You know, many times we do moralize. We talk about the value of generosity, the good of philanthropy, why people should be concerned, and that's okay. But it doesn't do the trick. What changes us is the act of giving itself. Not talking about it, not moralizing about it, just doing it. And we're not used to thinking of children as philanthropists, but we should. And if we would involve them in looking out to the community to discover where they could help, and if we would supply some resources and direct them to some degree, it would happen automatically, and we would have a whole generation of future philanthropists. This, I think, is worth doing. And I think you have the people to do it. Wouldn't it be neat to think of your place as a place which first demonstrated the possibility of growing young philanthropists? And wouldn't it be neat if a number of organizations committed to doing it together? And wouldn't it be neat if the media reported it on a regular basis to the community? We are succeeding. We are moving toward our goal. You see, we have to declare it for it to be so. And then we follow up our declaration and we simply do it. And we learn by doing it. And it's learning by doing it that enables us to teach it. By being able to teach it, we have something to teach. And I can say there's a place you ought to visit. They're already doing it. People are seldom changed by debate or intellectualizing or philosophizing. But they are changed by observing and touching and listening and being with where it is happening. Now, there are many things one could choose to be famous for, but we don't usually think of philanthropy as one of those. We should. We could. I can't think of one community in America better suited to this than you. Frankly, I can't think of a better time to do it. If there was ever a time for a message of self-determination, self-effort, and self-renewal, it is now. Federal government's not going to do it. State government's not going to do it. Local government's not going to do it. They're all good people. But this challenge is beyond them. But it's not beyond all of you collectively. I want to talk about the power of declaration. This shall be so. Here are the people. Here's the resource. Here's the kids. Put it together, and you've got it. So simple, so profound, so doable, and so important. Let's do it now.